The speakers at today's event, Media Allo Specchio, have come from all around the world to discuss today's media and its relationship with the world of literature.
There are a lot of connections between journalism and literature, and one immediately thinks of writers like Mark Twain, who of course published as a journalist as well under the name of Samuel Clements, George Bernard Shaw, a great playwright but also a prolific critic. And there are a lot of novels that are inspired by real-life journalistic stories. I think of Margaret Atwood's Alias Grace, of course All the President's Men by the two journalists Woodward and Bernstein, later became a film as well as a book. This conference though is exploring particularly the links between Italian writing and journalism, and I've just been to a fascinating talk that illuminated the work of Luigi Pirandello, particularly his time in New York, where he wrote a review of one of George Bernard Shaw's plays, St. Joan. Later on there's a talk on Leonardo Sciascia and his very journalistic style of writing. And I think one of the things that emerges from some of these talks is how the general style of journalistic writing influences the contemporary literary genre. That's to say, journalism is of course nowadays a very tight, pithy style of writing, and we see in contemporary literature this is very much the trend, that you have a very spare style of writing. Short stories, the Italian saggio for instance is a genre very much directly inspired by journalism. So I think there's going to be a lot of interest in store.
As an international institute which offers courses in so many disciplines, especially we have many courses in writing and journalism, it seemed an obvious conference to host at our institution. It's the conference that takes a look at the two disciplines and how they interact together.
And the panel, can you tell me a little bit about where they're from and what their background is?
We have scholars from all over the world. So we have scholars who came from Spain, from Murcia, Spain, from Toronto, from New York, our own Amy Diorio, who teaches here at Lorenzo de Medici. So from all over Europe and the world.